What's up guys, BLC here, and today I'm doing a pretty special tutorial Tuesday because I will be going over some effects and scenes that I used in my Afterlife montage, and if you haven't seen that, check it out, it's in the description, and yeah, let's just start it. Alright, so first of all we have this opening scene here, which was like just well, actually, I could just open that shit up. Alright. Blah blah blah. No, not that. No. Alright, here we go. So, it was just a little camera zoom like down this tower that was actually in the sanctuary map in Model 3. Just went down with the camera down the church tower, and so how I set this up with all these pipes here, because they're not in the game. It's just pretty basic actually. First of all, I matched the camera movement because the track wouldn't work, so I just kind of did it myself, like just some basic keyframes here. So I then had an element layer, which is, well, let me just shut it off here. So this is just the pipes. So these are 3D objects. Basically took one cylinder and stretched it out in space, so it looks like a pipe. And then I kind of did some duplicates of that and aligned them in the 3D space. Let me see if I can get a camera going here, just to show you how that would actually look like if we didn't have the original camera there. Hold on, here we go. There you go. So it's pretty simple actually. I just stuck them there, like, why not? And just yeah, there you go. It's that. And the text is just another element layer. I had my text here, then set it as a custom layer for element, and here, and just extruded it in element itself, and then just kind of align it so that it looks like it's this block typo. And that's that. And then just added some flares here, or one flare actually, and some depth of field, so it kind of just blurred out the back there. And that was that. That was pretty easy actually, but it looked pretty cool because the camera angle is not so common, and you kind of want to go for that. Just not so common camera angles. It always makes your cinematics look better. Alright, next up was a rather, let's say, complicated scene. Not really, but it's like pretty shit. Pretty slow to load, as you can see here. Like, it's still loading. I basically had here, we have this sniper just walking down, and some text here, and these bits and pieces flying at us, and some burn marks here because I just thought it would look cool. Alright, there you go. Let's go in here. And in here. Okay, yeah, great. Alright, here we go. So you see it's 20 layers, which is not that much actually. I had like a different version of it, which was even crazier. We could load that up right now. Yeah, it looks like that. And I didn't like the animation, so I just did it myself, like a new version of it. And this one has 41 layers. And yeah. So you see, the more is not always the better. It's just I don't know. I didn't like the looks of it anymore after looking at it like 20 times, and it was like a little bit too much for me, for my liking. So I just cut it down to this. And yeah, so we basically have our cinematics in the background. Or actually, it's right here. Like I rendered a cinematic. I had the cinematic, then put it into Cinema 4D, tracked the scene, and then had a little walking animation, right like that. That was pretty easy. And just here's some nice lighting, some ambient occlusion to get those shadows. And I actually added a plane as the ground and made it a little bit reflective. So you actually see the reflection of the sniper in the ground, which you don't see very often, especially in Call of Duty edits. Like people don't normally pay attention to that shit. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think. What else? Then I had those burn marks. Those are just images I kind of laid there in 3D space after tracking the scene with a tracker camera here. So they're just laying there in 3D space, and they look like it there because they're tracked, obviously. Then I have, what is that? Oh, that's the element layer. That's the text. And the pieces, I had the text set up first. Then I put it into Cinema and kind of I fractured it like I already showed you in a tutorial before this one. And it's kind of slow because it's like a lot of polygons, so it's loading pretty slow. But basically I just had a text and fractured it in Cinema 4D, then just had it animate to come flying at the camera, and then put another layer of the text there, just to have the text not actually disappear over time, just to have some pieces flying from it. And that's that. Then we have the fake depth of field, I think. Yep. Right here. There you go. This one was actually it's like a depth of field change. Now it's like this one is all blurry and stuff, and then it gets blurry in front. I kind of faked that. What's this? What is this actually? This is another copy because right now you see those pieces are in the text is in front of the sniper. So I took another copy just to put it on top. Alright. Then what's that? That's the ambient occlusion. I rendered out an ambient occlusion pass in Cinema 4D just to have some control over how much shadow I want. And that's always good to like render out as many passes as you can, as long as you have the disk space for it. And yeah, I might show you some tips on Cinema 4D soon, if you guys want it. If you guys want me to stick to After Effects, I can do that too. But I'm kind of running out of ideas, so I guess I'll do that. But yeah, so we have that ambient occlusion pass. I can show you that when I do Cinema 4D tutorials. Then I had, yeah, right. This is where it's get kind of weird. I first of all had copied the element layer here with the text and the pieces, and then I took another layer of that and set it as a luma matte, so a CDAP pass, and I already showed you that in another tutorial how to do that. And I kind of just so I set it so that it only shows up the pieces in front of the sniper, and yeah, that's how I set that up, because you can't just if I didn't do that, like it will all be behind the sniper and would just look pretty plain, And yeah, so that's why I did that. Alright, what else? I think those are just flares. So there's one flare, just to add some lighting. Where's this one actually? I don't see it. Whatever. And there's another one. Wait, there. Yeah. Just to add some lighting. Flares are always good because they gives you some perspection. Perspection? Is it called perspection? I don't even know. Oh. There you go. Alright, so that's how I set that up. Then next up was pretty cool camera pan, like from on top of the roof. Like I said before, go for some interesting camera moves. Alright, and this one was pretty cool in my opinion. Let me just zoom in. Load that shit up. Alright. There you go. So, basically, cinematic down here at the bottom. Then, what's that? Let me see. Okay. Yeah. So, we'll come to that in a second. Then I rendered out the sniper. In a 3D, I just tracked it. Added sniper in there. And then I had a shadow. The same copy, just a little bit tilted, so it looked like a shadow on the ground. Then a fractal noise. What was that about? I wonder. Huh. I think that was just... I don't even remember. Like, that was nearly a year ago when I made this little cinematic, so I'm not quite sure. But it looks like I kind of wanted to fake something. Oh yeah, I wanted to fake the dust, right? Like, it's you can't barely see it here, but there's like it's a little dusty down there. Like there's dust flying around. I just wanted to fake that with a fractal noise that I just tinted. And just put it on top of that. So that's a really small detail, but I think it pays off. What is that? Yeah, that's actually the roof. I just masked it out. If you look here, I just masked that. So the sniper is actually behind the roof. And okay. So that's pretty basic. You have to fake the depth of field again. And we have now the focus up here. And then it goes to down there. And it kind of changes. And that's that. We got some particular... those are like dust elements. Then we have some smoke. I think I just copied that. Oh no, that's another optical flare. See, I normally use them in every cinematic because it just looks good. Like it gives you kind of a direction where the light is coming from, and that just looks good. And it helps blending all this together because it kind of gives it all the same tone of color. And sorry, voice correct. And that always helps. Alright, so that's that. It kind of looked like that in motion. Well, not kind of, it looked like that. So there you go. And I just added the text down here. I tracked the cinematic, and then I got some pictures of footsteps here. You can't really see them because they're off screen here, but those are footsteps. Just took some pictures, tracked them into the scene, and yeah. And then we have some text here that is animating on. Hold on. There you go. Like it's just it's a really basic effect. It's just kind of it looks like it's coming from down the earth, like it's blood coming up. Like that, what's it supposed to look like? I don't know if you really would think of that when you see it, but that's what it's supposed to be. And yeah, just put that underneath the sniper, and that wasn't actually that complicated. So it just coming up with the idea that's like the hardest part about it. And yeah, so how I animated that was really simple. It's just the text, then add a simple choker. That's the effect that and it kind of like it just chokes the alpha. So there you go. That's a simple choker is the effect for that. Alright, let's close that. Let's go come on, just close it. Stupid. Alright. There you go. Then we had this scene here. Just really basic actually. Just drag this tombstone, put some text on there, and drag the whole scene to get the 3D character here kneeling, and a flare up here, and some particles, and that's that. And one thing I want to talk about though is this animation here with the blur and all that mist kind of looking. That's basically, I took a fractal noise and I animated it. So it's a fractal noise. I animated the evolution, so it's kind of it's moving, or it's like animating. And I cranked up the contrast, and then had it animate off with a linear wipe, so it's coming like it's going off. And then I just took that layer and well, actually I made an adjustment layer right here. I put some blur on it, so a transform effect, and this is Magic Bullet looks, and all I did was add a 3D, an RGB split effect. So that's called a chromatic aberration, and I kind of just set off that RGB split effect. Then I set that adjustment layer to use this one, the fractal noise layer, as a luma mat, and so it will only show up where this is white or getting whiter, and where it's gray, it's like halfway transparent. And so it's not all, or like if I wouldn't do that, this would look pretty weird, and by that we get some cool cool contrast between the effects. Like we have some where the effect noise was actually black. We have some normal looking the normal looking cinematic, and where it is white, we have some RGB split, like this red green stuff here, and some blur and all that, and that adds like a really cool effect, especially when it's animated. It went really good with the part of the song. Let me just play it back actually, like a little bit. There you go. Like the sound just pretty cool, I think, in my opinion. I didn't mean to close that, but I think we need it actually. So that's that, and I kind of did the same thing a couple of times here. Next cinematic is pretty much the same, just without the sniper model, and I added like a blood here and a little bit of text, and this is just an image, so nothing to explain about there. And yeah, then next one is the sniper just tracked into the scene. Again, the cool effect with the blur, the chromatic aberration, and the fractal noise. And he's kind of like some particles here, and it kind of just gets like a flashback. That's what it's supposed to be. I just took the same layer of that sniper and kind of scaled it up, and then the opacity down, and then kind of darkened the background, so that's pretty basic as well. nothing much to explain there, but it looked pretty cool in my opinion. That's what it's all about. Next one is, yeah, this one is kind of more complicated. I actually had to use a tutorial to get this part right. We have, first of all, like the bullet is pretty easy. That's just where is it? Where is it? Yeah, an element layer. I have like a pack just full of bullets, like projectile weapons, just filled with bullets and guns and all that. So that's just a 3D model packed right in front of the camera, and then I took that same and then I kind of just masked out a shape here and put some distortion on it so that it doesn't look as plain. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, this one. Yeah, I think I just masked out like a tail, kind of where, like, you know, when a bullet's flying pretty fast, it's like kind of distorting the back here. And yeah, then a flare on top here. What's that? The blood splat. Yeah, like the bullet hits the sniper. Just added the blood splat. Super easy. Oh no, it's actually like, that's a splatter on the camera. So right here, it's a blood splat. Just a little detail I like. And then it kind of got a little bit more complicated. Wait, what's that? Oh yeah, like I just had a little. This one not too complicated. It's just a blood burst, so it doesn't look as plain. So it does. So it's a little bit. It's a little bit of blood coming out when this bullet hits. Like, yeah. You get what I mean. And pre-com 43. That's where the real shit started. Like, I used a tutorial from Video Copilot. I could just go there right now. Tutorials. And that's like the only tutorials I ever watch. I don't go on YouTube and search for tutorials. Because I don't find them helpful if they just explain some facts. And here you actually learn some techniques. That's what I'm trying to do. And right here you have the tutorial number 120, the portal, and there they exactly explain how to set up that portal. And I just kind of just made a black portal, and then I have them fade in there by using hold on, where's my copy of that actually? Holy macaroni, I don't know. Maybe here. Alright, there you go. Like I just had that really basic sniper model. Just kind of, the animation looks kind of cheesy if you look at it slowly. He's just kind of flying back because he's been hit by the bullet. And then I rendered a depth pass of that, which is basically a Z pass. It's just another word for that. So you see now he's closer to the camera, and then as he falls away from the camera, he's kind of fading into darkness. And so I just set the regular one. I just set this copy here. If we just F4, we set that like it's looking pretty regular. I just set it as a lumen matte, so it only shows up where this part is white, which is closer to the camera. So it gives you that effect of like it's fading into the smoke. That's what I was going for there. And holy shit. Yeah, I think I'll split that up into 2 parts, so you don't guys have to watch that all at once. But yeah, that's basically what I did there. And yeah, this one, it's basically all 3D work. Um, okay, I'm kind of confused by how I set that up because, like I said, it was ages ago when I actually did that. Okay, I have my 3D element 3D layer here. I actually have like a sniper model that I just exported as an OBJ file, and I loaded it into Element and then put a stone texture on it, so that wasn't too hard. And then I made it just like a little background kind of spinning, which is this thing here. It's just like an environment map, like a sphere actually. And it's just spinning over time, so it's nothing fancy. I had like the portal. Oh, did I actually? Why did I use that? Confused. Oh, yeah, it's down there at the bottom. Like I just reused that portal I made. Just packed it down there. So that's something you can do. Just reuse whatever you want. And then I had some particles, and that was that, and just 3 different camera angles with some shift depth of field shifts, like it's coming, the focus coming from down there to up here, and that was pretty easy. Like all these effects look pretty cool, but they're so easy to make if you know how to do it, and that's what it's all about. And like doing stuff that's looking cool the easiest way possible, and that's basically the essential of editing. So I hope you you learned something through that. I'll say that's just the same shit as before. Just this time, you're fucking close already. Just this time, it's like the sniper coming out of the smoke, and then yeah, there you go. And yeah, guys, I hope I didn't bore you too much because I know I was pretty kind of sounding boring probably. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something, understood some techniques I used. Maybe you can go ahead and request some effects you saw in that montage and make me do a tutorial on it. And yeah, hopefully you learned something as well. Like, I don't know, maybe. And until next week, guys, it's been BLC. Goodbye.